women rights, gender-based violence, and just the struggle of being a black South African woman, young black South African woman. So yes, let's get into it. Oh my word, how cool is my jacket? Like, I feel like I'm an eagle and I can just fly. I nearly sang a R. Kelly song, The Rapist. Anyway, so let's get into it. On the 1st of August, some people organized the total shutdown, also hashtag I Will March, which was a march based on stopping gender-based violence against women, children, LGBTQI plus, and gender non-conforming people. For me, that was really amazing. I nearly missed the march because of, yeah, like I'm in Cape Town right now, and I have a conference here, and I'm giving like a talk. So I had to prepare all that, but I was just like, you know what, I can do preparations at night when I come back from this march, because it's really of significant difference to me to be there at the march. I mean, well, the conference is important as well, but the march, talking about the march. So I went to the one in Pretoria. We left at Vets early in the morning, got there, and then we started the march. My experience. So I'll start by talking about my experience, and we'll just go on from there on. My experience at the march was both overwhelming. I also got mad, I was crying, I was happy. I experienced literally every emotion possible. Like, it was amazing. So what I really loved is just the unity of women of all color just coming and marching against one cause. The sisterhood in the freedom that came, being in a space where you know that you are safe, and just the beauty of women in general. That for me was like the highlight. I really enjoyed that. And but the sad thing is that for us to be recognized as women, we literally had to shut down the country to show the significance of gender-based violence. And the sad part is that the reason why we're gathering there is that most of us, if not all, have actually experienced some sort of violence. And someone will be like, oh well, I've never been raped. And you're like, darling, it's not only about rape, it's more than that. I get assaulted on a daily basis when I'm walking on campus and I'm in Braamfontein. I can imagine what other people are experiencing that have to go to taxi ranks. I know crossing Bree is not even, like, I'm scared of crossing Bree. So things like that. Each time I pass a taxi, I know more man is going to say something like that. Come here, my size. I'm like, bitch, what the fuck? Like, what are you talking about? The fact that I have to worry about not saying no. Like, I have to worry about saying no to a guy who's asking for my number in the street, because people are getting shot for not giving guys numbers. So yeah, that for me, that really touched my heart, and it was really sad. So when the march started, just the singing, the humming, oh my god, the singing is amazing. Like, I really love protest songs. They're amazing. I think I love the other one. I forgot it. Yeah. Okay, no, I'm not making sense. I'm not making sense. Anyway, I actually don't know how many kilometers we walked, but we started from Marava Start and we ended at the Union Buildings. And at 1 o'clock, we had a moment of silence just to mourn those we've lost against gender-based violence. Wow, that moment of silence, I'm going to put it down here. We sang Sienzenina. Guys, I was in tears. I think a good 90% of the women who were there at that moment cried, because you just sit down and you reflect at the reason why we've lost this woman, and they're just like, this is bullshit, this is absolute nonsense. Sorry for the language. This is nonsense. Like, I mean, the famous ones, cases that we know, like Karabo, you flippin' bent this girl for stupid reasons. It's the tears were just there, and the fact that although the situation near Karabo or all the other women seems far from you, it's something that can really happen to you. You're not immune to gender-based violence. I'm there happy that, although I've been assaulted by guys like almost every day, I've never experienced a situation that has really traumatized me. Maybe something like being raped or being beaten up. I've never experienced it, but just because I haven't experienced this far does not mean that I'm not going to experience it. Yes, that's when the tears started rolling down, because just like, the world is messed up and men are trash. Anyway, yeah, so that moment was really lit. And walking back, when I got to the union buildings, the freedom that came with it. I even took off my shirt because I was like, this is the only time I'm going to walk freely with my bra on and nobody's going to tell me shit. So I'm going to take this opportunity. I'll put a picture, obviously, to show you guys. I'm going to look good. Like, the freedom that I experienced that day is something that I wish I could experience on a daily basis. For the fact that I wore leggings, I didn't have a top on, and my bum was just out there doing the most, and nobody was hitting on my bum, no one was making nasty comments about how they wanna F me. It was really lovely. It was amazing, which is why we have such marches, man, because we want to be able to walk around, not because like when you leave your room, you really have to think about the clothes that you're going to wear, because if you wear what you want to wear, then men think, oh wow, she's out there advertising her body, so I'm gonna go for her. Like, no, bitch, sit down. Anyway, I was disappointed with the fact that the Minister of Women, I don't even know why there's such a thing, like, wow, Minister of Women, who was technically supposed to come and get our memorandum, did not show up. Am I surprised? No. The ANC Women's League is literally they are pick-me's. There's a bunch of women who are pick-me's, who are patriarchy queens, who are all things wrong with this universe. There are really women are not all things wrong. No. ANC women are the ones that are promoting such nonsense. For the fact that they were a few years back, they had a march for Zuma. A man who was our president had a rape case, had a girl exiled, and the girl passed away, and they stood up for such. But you would never hear that the ANC Women's League has started this house for women who are experiencing gender-based violence. They never do anything that benefits us as women, which makes you wonder, like, what's the point of us having a minister of women? The fact is that so I was disappointed with that, but I kind of expected it. And the president, who was supposed to come, and we had to wait. I think I left around 5. I think I got back to my place around 6 p.m. And then I think around 3, Ramaphosa was coming. Well, he was coming. It got violent at some point, of which, you listen to the news and you watch news, and news are like, well, this women's march that's supposed to be peaceful got violent. You're like, no, bitch, you were not there and you don't know what's happening. First of all, the police were spraying those ladies with pepper spray at close range, and you're just like, this is flipping. I'm getting emotional. I'm gonna cry. Let me not think about it. Whew. Okay, yes. Don't get emotional. Don't cry. Anyway, I'm not gonna cry. But yeah, the disrespect. We ask you to come and deal with a situation that us as women, South African women, are experiencing on a daily basis, and you do not show up, it just further shows that no one gives a fuck about us women. No one gives a shit. It's literally we are by ourselves. We are not by ourselves. If the president is not gonna come and address the issue, if the minister of police is not gonna come down and actually talk about the safety measures that they're putting for us women, like no one gives an F about us. Although he came around 8 or 9 p.m., I was still disappointed. Like, so you had to wait for women to actually sacrifice their quality time, their beds, their safety, their everything, so that they can just come occupy the union buildings. And cause you get what you want to get rid of them, you show up, and then you have this fancy speech. I mean, we all know Ramaphosa is really good with his words, but it was just annoying. Anyway, that was the total shutdown. I love the support from women who also didn't come there, but when they went to their offices, they showed solidarity with the clothes that they were wearing, the placards, the boards, and it was really lovely. That's a thumbs up for South African women. So let me talk about gender-based violence and why I say men are trash. I'm like the ambassador of men are trash. You can even call me Anza men are trash too, but like I don't care. I am a true supporter of men are trash. Anyway, in South Africa, I think so far the rate of femicide is 117, and if you look at the global rate, it's at 5%. So South African femicide and just gender-based violence is 5 times higher than the global rate. So the global rate, I think, is about 5%, and so far South Africa is sitting at 25%. Like, that is some messed up shit. Like, and people wonder why I say men are trash. Like, a whole 25%. I think in the last month, over 60 women were killed by their partners. That is 2 women every single day, and those are only the cases that have been reported, mind you. We haven't dealt with not a lot of people report such cases, because you know you're gonna be treated by trash when you go to the police. Your family is going to do the most. They're going to disown you. You bring shame to the family, all that kind of shit. Nonsense. I must actually stop swearing and stop it. Anyway, yeah, so that is really, it's crazy. It's a crazy statistic. In my personal experience, I know that when I leave my place going to school, because I'm not on campus, when I walk from my place to school, number one, I can't even use earphones, because I know some person who's entitled to my technological stuff wants to steal. Now, because I don't even have earphones with me, it means that I'm attracting men to come stop me and talk to me. When I walk, I need to be like extremely fast. There are times where I actually run to campus and back. Like the moment I swipe my card, I run back to my place. I don't have time to walk and stay, because I know already, especially if I'm leaving those who know vets, when I'm leaving by the vets theater gate, there are taxi drivers that are there. I know that it's going to be crazy, and I have to pass by there every single day. So the moment I swipe my card, I run, because I know that the nasty things that are going to come from them will hurt me. So to save my soul, I know I need to run past them. I know that when I'm going to breathe, I will have to wear something that will cover my bum, something that will cover my cleavage, and something that is not going to show my curves, because I know the kind of nasty things that are going to happen. Same happens when I'm in town at home. I don't wear crop tops when I go to town. I don't wear short skirts. I don't wear anything short or revealing or whatever. I am literally dressed like, I don't know, Mary Mother of Jesus, maybe Mother Teresa, I don't know. And yeah, that is just my experience. I don't even want to go into detail about the things that I've experienced in life. I don't want to go into it. But there are things like that. For the fact that I think it's 4 out of 5 women are raped in SA, and you just like, fuck this shit. That means like, if I'm in a group of friends, literally only one out of us has not been raped, and you want to tell me that men are good people? No. Stats say, because I read on the SAPS report that they give on a annual basis. I think so far a woman is raped every 20 minutes. But like that's I read in 2015. I haven't read the latest one, which I'm hoping is last year's one. I haven't read last year's one, and I think it is really higher now. So, but back then it was 20 minutes. Every 20 minutes a girl is raped. Then you're like, there are 24 hours. In that 24 hours, every hour 6 women are being raped in SA around the country. And you're like, fuck it. And for men, which are the most problematic humans on earth, have the right to say, oh, well, you were dressed like this, you were calling me, and you're like, bitch, what about the infants that you guys are raping? These little people are wearing diapers. How does a baby call come and seduce me? Like, the fuck? You're raping women with dry vaginas, grandmas, 80-year-olds who have, I know in Venda 80-year-olds do the most. They have like 3 windows wrapped around their waist. I know with my grandma, I know she has like a billion clothes on a daily basis in her head, but you still rape such people. It's just messed up. And the fact that after rape, it's no longer even about the rape itself. After raping, you go and torture the women. Why set me alight when I'm alive? Why are you ripping out my womb for no reason? It's so I also read this thread on Twitter. That one made me cry. Like, I was just like, why the F did you do this to yourself? There was this girl, she was raped by her dad, her uncle, and her uncle's friend on the same flippin' day. And it was corrective rape. Imagine, guys, I don't want to picture my dad naked ever. Like, no. And for me, I am really safest when I'm around my dad. Like, I feel safe. At home, I know my dad is around. I sleep like a baby. I don't worry about anything because I'm just like, my dad and my brother are there. I am safe. And then you think about such women who are actually raped by their fathers, and you're like, I'm not safe. I'm literally not safe. I'm by myself. It's crazy. It is really, really crazy. Oh, man. Girl's gonna cry. Girl's not gonna cry. Yeah, I've covered a lot of things. So we say men are trash for such reason. Men are trash because, number one, you beat us for not giving you your number. Like, you're entitled, you feel entitled to everything that we own. Number two, you get touched when we say dubula masende akumara. We literally, you call us msunu if we refuse for you to touch our bums or whatnot. So why? That's hypocrisy. The women at church who are molested by their pastors, the kids who are molested by guys, these monks, or what do we call them in Catholic churches, this, who rape kids, boys are getting raped. Men are trash for such reasons. And stop coming at me with that, what about your dad, what about your brother? And I'm like, fuck that shit, guys. Like, literally, I cannot be explaining to you men are trash as if you are a 2-year-old. My little brother is in grade 8, and I've only sat down with him once and explained what men are trash, and he got it same time. You are flipping 30-year-old and you still want to come at me, and you actually have access to the internet. You have access to tools that can tell you that men are trash. You are grown up, you're a grown man, you know about rights and responsibility. You can read the Constitution by yourself in your room, but you still fail to understand why we say men are trash. It's bullshit. It's bullshit, man. Like, it's nonsense. Sorry for the language again. I said I'm not gonna swear, but then I go crazy. I get mad. Anyway, yeah. So for Women's Month, I just decided to do the video so I can get a chance to vent. And I'm mad and I'm angry. I'm a young angry black woman, and I feel like it's something most women currently living in South Africa. I'll talk about South Africa because I live here. I don't know about other countries and their experiences, but I know men are trash all over the world. South African men have just escalated to other levels. If the world is like 70% trash, South African men are like 101%. They just do the most. Like the devil is just looking at them like, see, you know how you are, you making it, you doing great, sweetie. Like they just, it's really late. Yeah, but anyway, I would just like to give thanks to all the people who did attend the total shutdown, and to all the rape survivors, those who've been assaulted. Keep going. I know it's really sad. I don't even know if I really mean it when I say keep going, because it's messed up. It's really messed up. Anyway, if you need help, I know that hospitals, public hospitals, do offer counseling and psychiatry services for free. I'm around Joburg, and I've been to Charlotte, yeah, Joburg. They have psychiatry clinic there, so it's free. You just need $40 for opening the book and for admin stuff. So it's literally free. If they can give you medication, they can give you medication. If you have medical aid, there are places like Akisa and Parktown and many other psychiatrists elsewhere that you can contact, psychologists that you can contact. I'll put a list of numbers and whatnot and places where you can go if you're experiencing gender-based violence. I know on campus there's a gender-based violence group, and I think it's in Senate House in uni, has a new name now. It's not Robert Sibukwe block, but I don't know. Anyway, Senate House somewhere, I think 8th floor, whatnot. There's also the counseling unit, which is CCD. It's on West Campus. You can go there. There's social workers, psychologists, and I don't know. Yeah. And yeah, I really hope you guys love the video. Let's talk about gender-based violence internationally, locally, around Africa, and everywhere in the comments below, and hopefully I can make another video. I think this August I'll just have conversation with different people. I'm hoping that I can bring someone in who I can tag on my channel, who I can sit down with and maybe do a Q&A, maybe with a survivor, number one. Number two, maybe with a professional, someone who gives counseling and stuff like that. Number three, with stupid ass men, so that we can hear what they have to say about all this nonsense. Yeah, give suggestions, and I think it's time for me to go back to my conference. I'm at a conference, I'm a delegate. I'm like, just doing things in the science field, which is also something that is, because you're a young black woman in a place that is dominated by white people, and white male being at the top of the list, so they look at you like, what is this little ass doing here? They want to steal your research, but it's a topic for another day. Yeah, the 9th of August, I'm hoping that we'll do more. I'll do another video. So I suggested 4 different videos, so you guys just comment below and tell me whatever. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, suggestions. Let's discuss. If you want to feature in one of the videos that I talked about, please inbox me, please. My cute face. Yeah, I think that's about it. This is going to be a really long video. Wow. Anyway, let me go back to the conference.
Go, Bees, go! Go, Bees, go!